Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to the 12 p.m. social race from MOR Esports. My name is Jack. I am your commentator, and we are here then for the Brazilian Grand Prix in Interlagos. We've got 21 drivers taking to the track for our 18 minutes of qualifying before, I believe, I want to say it's about a 33 lap Grand Prix, maybe 36. I'm probably mistaken, but I think that's about what it is. Jackson in the chat saying JP the GOAT. Welcome in, Jackson. Good to see you. We've got Zach saying nice sleep, JP. It was all right, to be fair. It was all right. We've got Lily in the chat as well. Welcome in, Lily. Good to see you. As the cars start making their way out on track then, I believe that was one of the Red Bull drivers that is coming out first. No, it wasn't. It was Solar, who is out on track first then. Let me get the Twitch up as well, because of course Streamlabs Twitch chat is not working again. Emmanuel saying, Jack, I'm on no line, just so you know. Oh, well, good luck with that, Emmanuel. That is not going to be easy, let's say. Kian saying, so where were you this morning, Jack? I'm going to be completely honest. I'll keep it honest with you guys. I was asleep. I slept through my alarm. It's about as simple as that, really. I just didn't wake up. Was sleeping, woke up, checked the time, and was like, oh, well, that's not exactly ideal, is it? So, not great, but I'm not going to give you guys some sort of an excuse that something happened or whatever. I overslept. It is what it is. It's not ideal, but you know, we're here now, and it's all right. Evangelos, what's your EA name? And I will invite you. If you are looking to join the league, I will paste the link to our website in the chat. So, Finners, you're asking if you can play. All you've got to do is head to our website and sign up. And you are more than welcome. Do come and join us in these social races and in the championship events that will be starting in about a week and a half's time. We've got pre-season coming up on Monday. Finish saying, how do I find the web? Literally, just copy that link, https://mor-esports.com. Copy and paste that into like Google, Safari, Google Chrome, whatever web browser it is that you use, and then the website will come up, and then you just follow the instructions in there. Solar comes across the line then. It's a 1 minute 8.5. Can anyone stop Solar today? We haven't got Kevin here at the moment. Zach saying, has the grid been chosen for the new season? From Monday to Thursday, the lineups have been announced. And then the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday divisions, they're all going to be announced within the next couple of days. They are sorting out the lineups, and they're trying to push them out as quickly as possible. And they will be out relatively soon, I imagine. From what I hear anyway, they will be out relatively soon. I haven't got an exact timeline for you. Daniel saying, what's your EA? I disconnected. It's Jack Patient Comms. I'll type it in the chat for you. There you are. So just add me on EA, and we'll get you back in the lobby, mate. DG Rob goes into P5 then. We've got Error Ox on a lap. Louis on a lap as well. Nipper is just about to go onto a lap. We know how quick he can be in a Formula 1 car. Louis also very quick. Lunar Eclipse coming towards the line to start their lap. Cam Ruddy just coming into turn one. A lot of people going for 2 out laps on this game, interestingly enough. Personally, when I've driven, I've only ever gone for 1. I'm not sure what the double out lap technique is, to be honest. Kian says lineups are due to come out on Sunday. Okay, there we go then. Thank you, Kian, for the info. No preseason, going straight into season 5. What is that? This coming week, Kian? I thought there was a pre-season. Oh, damn. I've been saying there's pre-season for the past, like, 3-4 days. It's been feeding everyone misinformation. Solar says they do 2 outlaps to burn fuel for less weight. Oh, okay. That makes sense. I don't know. It's just always confused me. I'm not great at the F1 game, put it that way. So I just go out for my 1 outlap and then, you know, do my thing. But that does make sense. Fair enough. I appreciate the info, Solar. Okay, so well, there's no preseason. Then season starts this week. So there we go. Zach says, is there often reserve drivers that fill in for main drivers who can't race? You will always have a couple of reserve drivers in every race. You know, there's 22 drivers on the grid. The probability of them all being able to race, someone not having some sort of reason why they wouldn't be able to, is very low. So there is a lot of the time that reserve drivers are called upon to come and race. Sander in the chat as well. Welcome in, Sander. Good to see you. Hayes in the chat saying JP on the comms grind. How you doing, mate? I'm very well, thank you, Hayes. Hope you're well too. Back for yet another day of commentary. We're living the dream. We're living the dream. Griff in the chat as well. I'm very well, thank you, Griff. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Great to see you in the chat. We are back once again. We've got 21 drivers racing around this track, looking for pole position. It's currently Nipper that has the fastest time in qualifying. Sem will look to try and get himself involved in that fight too. Humble is in the chat as well. Welcome in, Humble. Great to see all of you in the chat along with me. This should be, I mean, Brazil's always good racing, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Brazil always gives us good racing. Sander says, probably doing comms tonight, but I don't know if it will hold up with my internet. Well, best of luck, Sander. That's all I can say. If it's internet issues, it's kind of hit or miss. Either it will stay or it won't. But we can only hope for you that it does. Zessie then going on to his... Well, I believe this is his 2nd or 3rd lap in this session, but has not set a valid lap time yet. Prix says, do you make Twitch and TikTok? We do indeed. We stream on Twitch, TikTok. What else do we stream on? Kick. Soon to be X and Instagram as well. Zach says, what's the 6 and 8 p.m. race tonight, or are they just social? They are, I think the 6 p.m.s are social, if I'm not mistaken. The 8 p.m. is the F2 championship finale. So that's just, obviously, the F2 drivers that have been racing before. That is their championship finale. Griff saying, do you stream on all of them at the same time? Yes, we do. Basically through Streamlabs, it's like a cloud-based server. I don't want to make it sound too complicated, but essentially it's like texting a group chat is the best way that I can describe it. It's the same stream on absolutely everything, so it doesn't require your PC to do any more than just streaming on one thing, if that makes sense. It's like I could stream on 50 different things at once through Streamlabs. And it will have the exact same effect on my PC that it does streaming on one. So it's pretty good. It's pretty good. But yeah, we're currently streaming on Twitch and TikTok. I also stream it on my Twitch just because why not? We are soon to be streaming it on Kick. We're just trying to sort out a couple of issues we've been having with Kick. And then we are trying to look at streaming on Instagram Live and X Live, or Twitter Live as well. Not sure when that will be happening. YouTube is the other one. We also stream on YouTube, yes. So yeah, we're trying to stream on everything, really, because why not? We want to get our name out there as much as possible. Why not stream on as much as we can? Kevin in the chat as well. Welcome in, Kevin. Good to see you, mate. Hope you are having a good evening. Solar goes back on to provisional pole with a 1 minute 8.1. Sean in the chat saying, yo, JP, does it cost to multi-stream with Streamlabs? yes, but you are obviously logged into the MOR Streamlabs, so obviously it doesn't cost you. I think it's Reaper that kind of owns the account, if I'm not mistaken. Lily saying good evening. It's 12, by the way. I'm so used to saying good evening. I'm still not used to streaming in the mornings or like early afternoons. It doesn't correlate with me at all. How much does it cost? I'm not 100% sure. I think it's like, I don't know, your usual subscription, like 15, 20 quid a month, probably. Nipper then comes to the line, beats Solar on their latest lap. It's a 1 minute 8 flat. Solar is coming into the pit lane, so won't be able to reply for now. Sean saying time to spend more money. Sean, what is going on with your commentary? Are you commentating in MOR with us still? Are you? I was trying to read the commentator chat and I kind of just like blanked out. I couldn't really tell what was going on, to be honest. Kevin saying we saw that because you missed the first race. I did indeed. I do apologize. I have already said about that. Zach says, are you on comms for the F2 finale? I am indeed. That's kind of the one race that I'm always on. It's like Jack Crossley's always on the Tuesday 8 p.m. Daikon's always on the Thursday 8 p.m. I'm always on the Friday 8 p.m. Sean's saying we'll be coming back as soon as the SSL season is over. Okay, got you. Got you. Cherry, the Mercedes driver, on a lap then, currently in P3. Louis has just beaten them and gone to P3. Can the Mercedes driver try and improve once more as they make their way towards the line? The Mercedes does go back into third. Gets within tabs of Solar and with Nipper. Griff saying, I thought you had a bit of a morning voice. Honestly, if you ever watch any of the 10 a.m. or 12 p.m. streams, I will probably sound quite different to how I normally do it. Like, let's say 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, it's not ideal. Sean saying, if it's not too hot. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Kevin saying, missing all the races I do today is a shame. Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of luck of the draw, really. I think you will have Gavin for your races, if I'm not mistaken. I think Gavin is doing the 4 p.m. and the 10 p.m. So, and Gavin is a great commentator as well. So definitely go and show him some love. Because Gavin is absolutely brilliant and makes the races really entertaining. So you definitely don't want to miss out on him. Humble saying it's different when Sean is doing the 10 a.m. streams. He infects people with yawns. Orlo says, are you doing 2 today? I put myself as a reserve. I am indeed. I'm doing 12, 2, 6, and 8 is what I'm doing. Zach saying, are you controller or wheel when you race, JP? I'm currently controller. I do have a wheel. I just don't have the time to practice it to get myself to race on a wheel full time. But I do kind of need to crack down and use it. Kevin's saying, I always have the stream on during league races, otherwise it's boring. I always do that as well. I just find it, you know, sometimes you maybe get a little bit of an advantage if, like, the commentator says about someone's battery that you're battling or something. So I always keep it on. It's entertainment. Do you know what I mean? We're getting into the final parts of qualifying then, ladies and gentlemen. 4 minutes remain in this session. Emmanuel, a little bit of a shuffle through turn 1 and 2. Yes is not being very kind to the Red Bull driver at the moment. He's currently in 13th with a 1 minute 10.0. Not the ideal session for the Red Bull driver. As through towards the middle sector we now go. We'll go on board with Emmanuel and see what the Red Bull driver has in this middle sector. Kevin says, only not if I do team events, then I have my engineers to look at all the stream and data. Yeah, I don't understand any of that, you know, team events and all that sort of thing. I was never that deep into F1, to be completely honest. I was never in some big cool team or anything like that. Daniel saying, is Nova Piper racing? Not at the moment. I wouldn't be surprised if he's racing today. But I can't say that he's racing right now. Emmanuel goes into P10 then with a 1 minute 9.2. As everyone comes out for their final laps in qualifying. Solar staying in the pit lane for now, but I'm sure he will be out at any moment. Griff saying, when did you actually start watching F1? It would have been 2007. I would have been 3 years old when I started watching F1. I kind of started getting into it properly in about 2009. That's when I'd say I started supporting a team and started taking a proper interest in it. Humble saying, I'm expecting good things from Solar and Ollie today. Well, Solar currently in second, Ollie currently in fifth. They are teammates in this, so that should be quite interesting. Kevin saying, basically, you just have an engineer like IRL giving you all the info you need so you can focus. Oh, well, that's pretty cool, I must say. That's interesting. I feel like I'd get a bit overstimulated, though, with the geezer screaming in my ears. I feel like all the info that I would want, I can just kind of get from the top left-hand side of my screen, apart from, like, people's, you know, battery and tyre wear and how long they've been on the tyres and whatnot. But, no, I guess every little advantage helps, doesn't it, Kevin? Every little advantage you can get on someone else only benefits you, so it's understandable. Everyone on outlap, so no, Solar is pushing on. So Solar will be the last. Humble saying, wait, rewind a little, JP, you an 04 baby. I am indeed. February 2004, JP graced the earth. It was limbs when I was born, I'll tell you that much. Solar through the middle sector then. And what is Solar able to produce on this latest lap? It looks like we're about to get into the 1 minute 7s here in Brazil. The Aston Martin driver is pushing on, is 14 milliseconds up through the middle sector. Had a little bit of a moment through the final corner. Is Solar able to improve? Is Solar able to get to provisional pole position? He crosses the line, and it is not enough for Solar. So what about Nipper? What about Cherry? Because these two are the guys fighting for pole now. Solar will not improve. He will not get another lap in this session. Here comes Nipper round the final corner. And Nipper looking to try and snatch pole position. Currently on provisional pole. Will look to improve even more. Here comes the Ferrari driver across the line. Cannot improve. So what about Cherry then? Needs about half a second of improvement. Cherry to the final corner. And is Cherry able to improve? Solar will not be improving on this lap. He will not be on pole position. Cherry getting a bit of a slipstream to the line as well from the Red Bull ahead. Cherry cannot improve either. Cam Ruddy, we know how quick this man can be. What can Cam Ruddy do? Currently in P8, sorry. A 1 minute 8.9 for him. And he's backing out of the lap. Kian and Stu still to set laps. Kian stays 16th. Stu stays 17th place. That is your qualifying over, ladies and gentlemen. And it is Nipper who is on pole position. Solar in second with Cherry in third. Lily, you were not born in 1989. I can tell you that much. Kian, not with the result he would want at his favourite track. Jackson saying, do you get paid for this or is it just a hobby? I do get paid for this, my friend. Griff saying I'm an 07. Oh, you're the same age as my brother then. My brother was born in April 07. Lily, I will not have any of that slander. You were not born in 89. I will expose you right now. Well then, ladies and gentlemen, that is your qualifying over. It's Nipper on pole from Solar in second place. We have got a brilliant Brazilian Grand Prix coming up for you. And it is the Brazilian Grand Prix that's up next. Welcome back to the action, ladies and gentlemen. Here in Interlagos, we will, of course, straight away look at the tyre situation. Looks a bit 50-50. We've got Sem, Ollie, Zessi, Soppel, Grek, Rob, Stu, and Alcala, all on the hard compound tyres. Everyone else electing for the mediums. Bless you, Lily, for your sneeze. Your headset fell off. My God. Let's quickly take a look at the Twitch chat. Looks like Daniel is having some problems with the game. As we embark on the formation lap then, Nipper will start from pole. It's Solar in second with Cherry in third. Louis is fourth. Sem is sixth. Do I do it again, chat? Do I do it again? Of course I'm going to do it again. Ollie and Emmanuel are starting in sixth and seventh. Let's go, chat. 6th and 7th. Ollie Football and Emmanuel. Let's get some hype in the chat for Ollie and Emmanuel. Good stuff. Cam Ruddy in 8th with Not Brownie in 9th and Lunar Eclipse lining up in 10th. My birthday is April 23rd. How close is that to Mini JP? My brother is born on the 19th of April, so actually very close, I must say. As we all line up on the grid then, ladies and gentlemen, we just wait for Ahmed Saka round the final corner. And all that's left to do then is wait for the cars to line up on the grid and await the drivers as Ahmed Saka goes for a little bit of a drift. The engines roar to life then here in Interlagos, and we can go racing for the Brazilian Grand Prix. Nipper gets away well from pole. Look at Solar challenging into turn 1. Is looking down the inside. Is the Aston Martin driver. Now through turn 2 we go. Is Solar able to challenge away? Look at Cherry in the background as well, fighting away, using the overtake boost. Who's going to come out on top as we race towards the Cena de Largo? Solar looking towards the inside line. Not able to get through. So it's Nipper that is leading. Solar in second with Cherry in third. Louis fourth. Emmanuel up to 5th place. It's them in 6th with Cam Ruddy in 7th place. Ollie has lost a few positions off the start and is in 8th. But they all seem to have got through cleanly. Doesn't look like there's been any contact anywhere so far. Nobody with any damaged front wings. So we're all through and we're all safe as we already make our way to the final corner. That's Ahmed Saka, who is in the barriers and backwards in the infield, trying to get that car spun around. And the Haas driver in 21st. Zessi is out, and we have got a safety car, virtual safety car, sorry, deployed in this race. That is not your conventional place to crash around the Interlagos circuit. And already on lap 2, we have got a virtual safety car deployed. Zessi is out of the Brazilian Grand Prix. It's Nipper that is your leader. Sola in second with Cherry in third. Louis fourth and Emmanuel in fifth as we go back to green flags. And look at Sola challenging Nipper as we go up the hill. Sola really looking to take the lead in this race. Isn't going to be able to do it in the middle sector. Emmanuel and Louis fighting away. Louis going to keep fourth place for the time being. And Emmanuel currently running in fifth. What have I got to do better with, Kevin? I'm so confused. I don't know what I've got to do better with. Someone please tell me. As Sola is gaining on Nipper then. Towards turn 1 we go. He's got the slipstream on the Ferrari. He's got the overtake boost on the Ferrari. He is gaining on the Ferrari. Towards turn 1 we go. Looking to the outside line is Sola. Nipper places that car exactly where it needs to be. And Sola will now try and fight. Towards the Sino del Lago we go. Nipper saving the battery. Sola using a little bit more. Isn't going to be able to challenge down the inside and will have to sit behind the Ferrari for at least a little bit longer. Is now going to challenge towards the top of the hill we go. Ahmed Saka sets the fastest lap of the race. Kevin, I have done before and I will do many times in the future. Don't worry. It's Nipper that is your leader then. Sola in second. Cherry is third. Emmanuel trying to get away from Cam Ruddy. Emmanuel in a Williams sandwich at the moment. And it looks like Cam Ruddy is putting the Red Bull driver under a lot of pressure. Sola still chasing after Nipper. And the Aston Martin is gaining once more and is gaining very quickly and is going to the inside and taking the lead of the Brazilian Grand Prix. A great move from Sola. Used the battery to his advantage. And Sola now is your leader here in Brazil. Nipper in second as the first time penalties fly in around this track. Cherry is in third with Louis in fourth place. Louis pulling a bit of a gap on Emmanuel. Cam Ruddy really putting the Red Bull driver under pressure now. There's still a long, long way to go in this race. We've got over 30 laps of the Brazilian Grand Prix to go. Absolutely anything can happen in this Grand Prix. Sola is your leader. Nipper still right there with him. Cherry also very much involved in that fight. Alcada, I'm trying to ignore it, to be completely honest with you. I'm trying not to read that. It's not very appropriate for the league racing community. As Nipper is gaining then on Sola and looking to do exactly what Sola did to him a lap ago. And Nipper does take the lead. Look at Cherry on the inside as well. Is he able to get through on Sola? The answer to that question is a resounding no. But Cherry is gaining once more. Is he able to get through at the Sino del Lago? Not for now is the answer. Sola still gaining on the Ferrari. And Sola not able to make a pass. Nipper doing exactly to Sola what Sola did to him a lap ago. Louis in fourth with Cam in fifth. It's Sem running in sixth place. We've got Lunar Eclipse and Ollie Football battling away through the middle sector. The Alpine with the inside line. Ollie on the hard compound tyres. Better exit. And manages to make the move into 8th place. Luna now in 9th. Ollie now running in 8th place and will try and challenge Not Brownie. The question is, how long will the mediums last around this track? Will Sem be able to try and get through on Cam, because Cam has ran out of battery and Sem breezes through into 5th place. Not Brownie also in behind as well. We're looking from the rear wing of Not Brownie towards Ollie Football, who through the S's looks to have got a much better exit. Ollie Football not close enough to make a challenge into the Cine de Largo. Solar and Nipper still fighting away. Look at Solar once again using the battery towards the top of the hill, but is not able to make a move. Cherry still very much in this fight as well. We haven't seen much of Cherry in MOR. The Mercedes driver definitely looking quite quick at this phase of the Grand Prix. And the Mercedes driver, definitely a contender for victory so far. Wasn't incredibly close in qualifying, but qualifying pace is one thing, race pace is another. And it looks like the Mercedes has got some brilliant race pace. Didn't get the greatest exit out of the final corner. Here comes Solar. Towards turn 1 we go. Aston Martin versus Ferrari down the inside. Go Solar. Nipper going to look to fight this round the outside line. Solar just edges ahead. And Nipper now into 2nd place. Will look to challenge this back into the Cine de Largo. But Solar has the lion's share of battery. And he stays in the lead for the time being. Nipper in 2nd with Cherry running in 3rd. These three are really pulling away from Louis, Sem and Cam Ruddy. I believe Emmanuel must have had a moment somewhere. I'm sorry, I did not catch that. But Emmanuel down to 15th place at the moment. What has happened to Emmanuel? We saw him struggling. He fell off the back of the top 3 pretty quickly. Is now looking to barge his way past TG Rob and get up into 14th place. And there's contact between them. And off the road they both go. They avoid going into the barriers. TG Rob comes off much worse. And TG Rob now down to 16th. Emmanuel going to be passed by Macho Wings and fall to 15th place. The Red Bull driver will try and fight this back again. Nipper is fighting away with Solar too. Towards the Cine de Largo we go. Ferrari versus Aston Martin. We've got a yellow flag. And that is Louis, who has had a moment out of turn 2. And the Ferrari driver not happy with the grip at the moment. If you can hear barking in the background, I do apologise. I do have a dog. She's going a bit mental. Someone's just rung the doorbell. So I do apologise if there is any background noise. I'm sure we don't need the co-commentary from my dog, but I guess she's trying her best. So maybe we will have some co-coms from the dog. Nipper is still gaining on Solar then towards the final corner. We're about to move on to lap 9 of 36 in this race. The Ferrari still gaining on the Aston Martin. Nipper flying in behind the rear wing, using the battery, pulling towards the outside line. Solar starts saving a little bit earlier. Solar is going to try and throw it down the inside, but does not have the grip to try and fight that. And Nipper moves through into the lead. M4E asking how old is she? We're not 100% sure, as we got her through the RSPCA. She was abandoned in a barn as Solar retakes the lead. Nipper still fighting away as we've got yellow flags flying. I believe that's for Greco Theo. But no, we got her. We kind of... Right, I'm just going to explain the full story. Screw it. So my mum works for the RSPCA. And with that job, we often foster animals, whether that be, you know, cats, rabbits, dogs, whatever it is. She's called Ava. We got her in as a foster animal. She was abandoned in a farm. And we're not exactly sure how old she is, or, you know, we're not even exactly sure what breed she is. We think she's a pug or a Frenchie. We think she's a mix of something, but we're not 100% sure. She's not a year old, I can tell you that much. She's under a year, so she is still a puppy, hence why she's screaming at the moment, because she's currently in her cage while I commentate, but after I'm done, she will come out and be a little terror. She is a very sweet thing, but it's not ideal when you're trying to commentate the Brazilian Grand Prix and you've got Ava in the background screaming her lungs out. Let's put it that way. ZJV saying, did you see that Crypt got banned from the league because he crashed into me 6 times in one race? I did not see that. And that is abysmal. It is only a small dog, Kevin. I want to say, trying to like compare her to something. She's maybe about 2 feet, maybe a bit smaller than that. She's not big at all, to be honest. And she won't ever be a big dog, let's say. Solar is still your leader then. Lap 11 of 36. The Aston Martin ahead of the Ferrari for now, because this position has been chopping and changing this entire time. Cherry still waiting in the wings for any chaos or any shenanigans going down. It's Ollie Football that currently runs in 4th on the hard compound tyres. You would definitely imagine the hards are the quicker tyre at the moment. Them running in 5th place. And the Audi driver is looking to challenge Ollie in the midst of this Grand Prix. Ahmed Saka gets a 10-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. We've got the first few drivers coming into the pit lane now. Humble saying Cherry going to be licking their lips for a moment between Solar and Nipper. Exactly that. May not be making the moves on the Ferrari or the Aston Martin, but if those two come together or throw each other off the road, it will be Cherry that's waiting in the wings to take the position. So I'm sure the Mercedes won't really mind where they are right now. Alcada saying, JP, let me teach you a word in Arabic to say Lily. Go for it, Alcada. I'm more than down for that. Cherry gaining on the Ferrari, not able to get through. We're on board with the Mercedes driver at the moment as they try and challenge in behind with the Ferrari. I'm going to try and pronounce that, Alcada. Anna Behebek? I want to say that's how you pronounce that. I don't know. I'm probably butchering that. I definitely don't know any words in Arabic whatsoever. Sander saying, gotta be honest, I'm probably the biggest bottle job on these socials. How so, Sander? I don't think you are. It's more just your internet, really. Alcada says, very good pronunciation. Thank you very much, Alcada. I do appreciate that. Kevin says, want to learn Dutch, Jack? I know a little bit of Dutch. I've actually got some Dutch in me. I'm not sure how much exactly. I want to say about a quarter. As Nipper does go through on Solar then. And back into the lead of this race. Yellow flags are flying, but all cars are moving. Doug saying, JP, are you commentating the 2 p.m? I am indeed. I will be back with you pretty much straight after this race. We're on lap 13 of 36 at the moment. Sander says, try to speak Dutch for a bit. To be honest, off the top of my head, I don't know any Dutch apart from... I think the phrase is, do you speak Netherlands or are you from the Netherlands? It's like Ben jij Nederlands or something like that. Again, that is like the only sentence that I would actually know. I mean, that's not even a sentence, but that's the only thing I would know off the top of my head. FWGP in the chat as well. Welcome in. Oh, that's very sweet, Lily. How good. Thank you very much, Alcada. I do appreciate that. Griff saying, I know Max is from there. Yeah, exactly. Okay, I'm going to try and pronounce that. I'm probably going to butcher this. Halo Ikhalvankas. Was that okay? I don't feel like that was too bad. As Cherry comes into the pit lane then for their first pit stop in this race. And Cherry will emerge from the pit lane in about 8th place then. The Mercedes driver looking for the undercut on Solar and Nipper. The question is, Sander says 8 of 10 for effort. Thank you very much, Sander. As Emmanuel comes into the pit lane and retires from the session, we've got a yellow flag, and that is Greco Theo, who has had a moment through turn 1 and 2. Doesn't have any damage to the front wing, but is definitely struggling with those tyres. Nipper dives into the pit lane then. Solar continues on in the lead of this race. RLO saying, I need to steal Kevin's skills. I wish we all could steal Kevin's skills. He is absolutely rapid. Cherry is looking to try and undercut Nipper then. Is the Ferrari able to get out ahead? It doesn't look like it. It's going to be close between the Mercedes and the Ferrari. But Cherry has undercut Nipper then. And that could be absolutely massive in this race. Solar will lose a bit more time as well, as he is currently in the lead, but has stayed out 2 laps longer than Cherry. The question is he going to be in this lap, or will he extend even more? Charlie says, can we get a dog cam? Griff saying, I need to steal JP's voice. I'm taking that as a big compliment. Thank you very much, Griff. M4E saying, can you speak Filipino? Definitely not fluently. As Solar picks up a 10-second penalty. The bottler is back. Surely that leaves the fight between Cherry and Nipper then. Solar is going to come out behind Cherry, probably behind Nipper, with a 10-second penalty too. And Cherry is your net leader then. Nipper and Solar very close together on pit exit. But it's Nipper that comes out ahead. Solar has surely bottled this. No, Cherry, I didn't even realise. Cherry also got a 10-second penalty. The Nipper, with 20 laps to go, unless something crazy happens, has surely won this race. Oh my word. Cherry and Solar, both with 10-second penalties. Nipper surely on track to win this race then. The Ferrari driver might be under pressure from Solar, but that isn't going to matter when we get to the end of this Grand Prix. Solar with a little bit of a dive bomb. That's going to be very close to contact. Somehow, the Aston and the Ferrari don't touch. And again, very, very close between them. Nipper manages to hold the position. And the Ferrari continues on in 4th. Cherry about 1.7 seconds ahead. Cherry has just got to hope that Nipper and Solar fight as much as possible, so Cherry can gain the time away. Because otherwise, this is going to be a very easy victory for Nipper. Simple as that, really. Sem and Ollie still fighting away. We're on lap 18 of 36. These two have not pitted yet. So it's Ollie Football in the lead of this race then. Sem in second with Cherry in third. Nipper is fourth with Solar in fifth place. Lunar Eclipse running in sixth. Cam Ruddy is seventh. Louis is in eighth. Not Brownie ninth. Stoppel in 10th place. Greco Theo's 11th with TG Rob in 12th. Wood Butcher 13th. Kian 14th. Macho Wings 15th. Stu is in 16th. Error in 17th place. Sander saying, JP, what's the best meal you can whip up? That's a very good question. This is somewhat relating to the question you've asked. I'm just going to go into a bit more detail because why not? My dad was a very, very good cook when I was a kid. So I do really enjoy cooking things. I've not really cooked much myself. Chili con carne is probably what I can make best. I make a decent full English breakfast. That's probably my favourite thing that I can cook. I'm just not really someone that cooks all that often, to be completely honest. I'm normally quite busy, to be honest. But no, I would say chili con carne is probably the main thing that I can cook. FWGP saying, why does this league use so much AI? What do you mean? As in, like, the graphics we use and all that sort of thing? Because if that is what you're asking, the simple answer is graphic designers cost lots of money, and MOR esports at the minute is not a profitable business. Of course, we would much rather use humans and get graphic designers in and, you know, not use AI. But for the moment, you know, commentary is very expensive. We run our website, which is very expensive. There is a lot of cost in the background that goes into running this league. Using a bit of AI for our graphics, it's worth it. It's worth saving the money for now. If we do get to the point where we become a profitable business and we're making money, of course, you know, we will be hiring graphic designers and using human resources. But for now, that's just not feasible. You know, at the end of the day, I'm one of the commentators. I get paid for my work. I wouldn't ever want Mikey burning a hole in his pocket or, you know, running himself broke. If Mikey ever came to me and said, look, I'm not going to be able to pay you for these few races, or I'm going to have to drop the price for these few races, or whatever it is, you know, okay, Mikey, not a problem at all. It's the human factor. It's not a profitable business. We all understand that. We all get that. And we're all happy with the graphics that we have at the moment. Yes, it's AI. Yes, it's not human resource. But we're all happy with the graphics. We all think they look really cool. What's the issue? You know? Kevin's saying, I have to cook every day. No one comparing. What's your specialty, Kevin? What is your main thing to cook? Humble saying, not gonna lie, if I had the equipment, I'd probably do this for either a fraction of the pay or even free. I don't blame you, Humble. It is very, very fun. Griff saying JP going David Attenborough mode. Sem is your leader then. We're on lap 21 of 36. My apologies if the commentary hasn't been ideal in this session. I've been a little bit too focused on interacting with you guys in the chat. Sem is coming into the pit lane then. That will lead Cherry in the lead of this race. Solar in second with Nipper in third. But we've obviously got to remember that Solar and Cherry, with those 10-second penalties, So Nipper is currently in the net lead of this race. M4E saying, do you find any F1 meme funny? It depends what, really. I can't think of any off the top of my head. Kevin saying, good spaghetti, chicken tonight, and just lots of chicken and fish dishes, because Jim Boy, you know. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I am a big seafood man, I must say. Anything seafood, I will most certainly eat it. Humble saying, Ollie looking for a P2 finish after penalties by the look of it. Are you sure about that, Void? Not Void, Humble. Because Ollie's also got a 10-second penalty. We've got 3 of the top 4 with 10-second penalties. Nipper, it's then looking like Cam could possibly take a podium spot here. Griff saying, absolutely love doing a catch and cook fishing trip. That would be wicked. I would love to do that at some point. Solar is challenging Cherry then. This is a battle for position between the Aston Martin and the Mercedes. These two, both with 10-second penalties. Nipper now getting involved as well. Nipper gets through into second ahead of Cherry. Solar is the man that leads now then. Lily says, I'd be too sad to cook the fish. I'd just throw it back in the water. Oh, Lily. What are you like? 23 laps gone. We've got 13 left in this Grand Prix. Sander says the love in his voice there, by the way. You can hear it. You can hear it. Someone saying, has the 2 PM social race track been leaked? Not that I know of. I don't think it's been decided yet, to be honest. Nipper running in second then, on track for a race win here today. As we've now got a full safety car deployed in this race. It's not Brownie that is out of the Grand Prix. I'll be completely honest. I was looking at the Twitch chat. M4E saying, do you think you would beat them if you joined? Not a chance. Griff saying, now I think about it, JP, you have a very similar commentary voice to Chris McCarthy. Don't think I've ever heard of him, but I will take that as a compliment. FWGP saying, alrighty, as an unprofitable league owner myself, I do see management difficult, but even using templates is a much better option, which is free, as it really does make a huge difference in the way a league promotes itself. To be honest, we've not had an issue at the moment. Everyone seems to enjoy our graphics. Of course, it's not ideal that, you know, we use AI, but realistically, it isn't the biggest deal in the world. You know, AI is a resource that is there for a reason. We like the way that the graphics look. The drivers like the way that the graphics look. Like I say, obviously, if it ever gets to the point that we are profitable, we will look into using human resource. But I think a very big thing is that people do need to accept that AI is a thing now, you know, and a lot of people are going to be using AI. It is a big resource and it is incredibly helpful. I completely understand it's not ideal, but as Alcada comes in with the 100 roses. I do agree, Lily. It is a very controversial conversation. I'm not telling you, oh, your opinion should be this. I'm just saying this is my opinion. I think AI is there to be used. If there is a resource that is there to be used, I personally will use it. I find it very helpful. And the league gets some really cool graphics out of it. So that's my personal opinion on it. I completely understand if people don't like the fact that we use AI, or aren't fans of the fact that we use AI, but it's completely down to preference, to be completely honest. It's Sem that will lead the race then. 4 lap old mediums for him. Nipper in second on hards. Solar on mediums. Cherry on hards. Lunar Eclipse on mediums. We have got a brilliant final battle in this race. FWGP saying, yeah, I do understand, but the problem with promoting such resources is it really degrades the true nature of promotion. Yeah, I do respect your guys' work. No, I completely respect that, FW. You know, I'm not trying to say to you, oh, you're wrong. You know, AI should be used, blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, everyone's got an opinion on everything. Do you know what I mean? I'm giving you my personal opinion. You're giving me your personal opinion. But at the end of the day, we respect each other, and that's the main thing. We can have differing opinions while not being crybabies and going, man, you like AI, you don't like AI, oh my god. Like, you know, we agree to disagree, and that's okay. Lily saying, to be fair, I think if people complain about AI, unless they're going to change it, I don't see the point in moaning. I mean, to be fair, how would they really change it? FWGP saying, all right, have a nice day, JP. And you, FWGP, thanks for popping in. Take care. See you soon. ZJV saying, great impression, Jack. Thank you very much. Alcada saying, AI probably makes stuff better than a graphic designer. To be honest, I would personally say that graphic designers are better. I think there's pros and cons to both, realistically. With AI, you get exactly what you want. You can customize it to be exactly what you need and what you want. But with a graphic designer, it is interaction with another human. It's human resource, which is a very big thing. I completely understand why a lot of people do not like AI and why they don't like the use of AI in leagues and promo or anything like that. I completely understand it. I completely get it. But from our perspective as a league, it is just the easy option. We get the graphics that we really want. It makes them very cleanly. And we haven't had any complaints about it. At the end of the day, human resource and AI both have their pros and cons. It just comes down to what has the most pros for what you're trying to use. And at the moment, AI has that most pro. FWGP saying, in all honesty, it just looks sloppy in some audience perspective. Otherwise, it's fine. Exactly that. You know, some people might look at an AI image and go, ugh, that's horrible. Some people might look at it and go, oh my god, that's absolutely incredible. It just completely depends on your perspective. And again, that is just down to a matter of opinion, really. Anyway, enough controversial talk. We're about to move on to lap 28 of this race. And Sem is your leader. The safety car is in this lap. When does the Audi driver decide to go? Sem slowly speeding that Audi up as we go down the main straight. He's got the Ferrari of Nipper right behind him. And Sem has gone there. Nipper right in behind him. Solar challenging in as well. Solar is going to be the man to watch. But look at Cherry with a better restart down the inside. At turn one, little bit of contact. Cherry is forced a little bit wide. Lunar Eclipse running in 5th place, a little bit further back from the Mercedes. But Solar definitely going to be the man to watch on the new medium compound tyres. Cherry in behind. We've got Solar challenging Nipper. And you've got to remember as well, Solar and Cherry both got rid of those 10-second time penalties under the safety car. So the top 4 all battling away for position now. We do still have penalties in this race. You can see those on the left-hand side of your screen. As Cam Ruddy retires on track from the session. That is not the first time we have seen Cam Ruddy do that. As Solar is right in behind Nipper. Nipper right in behind Sem. Who's got this better speed down towards turn 1? Solar in the slipstream of Nipper. Nipper in the slipstream of Sem. Nipper is going to look to make the move round the outside. Is Solar able to get involved as well? Round the outside line goes the Ferrari. Little bit of contact as the virtual safety car now comes out at the perfect time for Nipper, who has just taken the lead of the race. Sem is in second. Solar's third with Cherry in 4th place. Alfie saying, do you have to pay to join? You do not have to pay to join. If you are looking to join, there is our website. Head over to our website and get yourself involved. Nipper is your leader then. Sem in second, and I wouldn't be surprised if Nipper uses a little bit more battery at the start of this VSC restart to try and pull away, while Sem is the car in second place. Because Solar, on those fresher tyres, is going to be a challenge. Someone asking who's commentating the 2 p.m. Is it yourself, JP? It is indeed. I will be commentating the 2 p.m. race as well. Alcada saying, JP, you ever played Rocket League? I've played Rocket League a very large amount. I'm a big Rocket League fan. As Greco gets a drive-through penalty for speeding under the VSC, and we can go racing once more. It looks like Sem has got a very good restart and is pulling to the inside of Nipper. Solar looking to get involved as well. Cherry involved in that fight too. Sem and Nipper battling away, and this is not what Nipper would have wanted, as we're nearly 3 abreast. Towards Destino del Lago we go. Nipper retakes the lead of this race. Sem not able to take second. Look at Solar then, gaining on the Audi. Look at the Audi gaining on the Ferrari. As up the hill we go. Nipper has to back out of it. Look at Solar round the outside line. Not able to make the move. Sem proving a real roadblock here. M4E saying, are you the main commentator? I am one of 2 full-time commentators in the league, M4E. Sander saying, what rank R/were you? Right now I'm Diamond 2. My peak is Grand Champ. Alfie saying, I've only just played 1,000 hours. To be honest, I don't know how much I've played on Rocket League, but it's probably way too much. Solar is gaining on Nipper then. Nipper is gaining on Sem towards the outside of turn 1. Goes the Ferrari. Later on the brakes. Round the outside we go with the Ferrari. Is he able to get through? Solar with an incredible exit out of turn 1 and 2. You've also got Cherry and Lunar Eclipse in that fight as well. Greco and Error with penalties. And Solar's going to get forced off the road here. Onto the grass, goes off the track. Luna goes through into 3rd, Cherry into 4th. Cherry now gets through into 3rd place. But that was contact between Solar and Nipper. Solar now down to 5th as Sem picks up a 3-second time penalty. Solar now looking down the inside on Lunar Eclipse and makes that move happen. Look at Ollie Football getting involved as well on his teammate. Ollie not able to make his way through. Solar now looking to try and get through on Sem, as Nipper during this lap has really pulled out a gap here. And this is only going to be helping the Ferrari man's chances of victory. 1.1 seconds is the gap between himself and Cherry, who will not have the overtake boost. Greg is disqualified from the session for ignoring a drive-through penalty. Sander saying, how does one go from GC to Diamond? Yeah, I didn't play for it must have been 2 years. I think I stopped playing Rocket League. And by then, the stuff that we were all doing in Grand Champ lobbies was being done in like Platinum lobbies, and I just kind of lost my way with it. So yeah, but I am getting slowly better. I am getting back into Rocket League at the minute. So maybe one day I'll get back to Grand Champ. Who knows? Nipper is your leader then. Lap 32 of 36 in this Brazilian Grand Prix. Cherry running in second place as that was a crash there, and that is a big crash. And Solar is the main driver involved. And there's another crash there, and that's Butcher into the wall as well. Chaos ensuing in Interlagos. Lunar Eclipse now in third, albeit with a penalty. Ollie Football has picked up some damage. Louis is in fifth. Stem in sixth with Solar in seventh. Kian in eighth place. TG Rob in ninth. Wood Butcher down to 10th. On lap 32, carnage absolutely ensuing. And Nipper getting ever closer to a Grand Prix victory. Does Solar have damage? Luckily for him, the answer is no. Does Sem have any damage? Luckily for him, the answer is no. We know Ollie Football's got a bit of damage. It's going to go down the inside here on Lunar Eclipse. Lunar with the inside line. A little bit of wheel banging between them. Lunar with some big front wing damage. Really trying hard to defend. Ollie Football gets through then into third. Lunar Eclipse running in fourth place. Is Lunar able to get it around the outside of turn one? What a move this would be, especially with the damage that Lunar has. Not able to pull it off, but a very brave attempt, it must be said, from the Alpine driver. Runs out of battery, and Louis going to get involved in this fight as well. Louis towards the outside line of Ticino de Largo. Stem trying to get involved too as Luna runs a little bit wide. And that's going to invite the Audi through. Luna completely off the road. And Sem does get through into fifth place. Now look at Solar on the inside, and he gets through into sixth. As Louis and Ollie Football battle away for the final podium position. It looks like that's going to be going either Louis or Solar's way, as they are the only two fighting for it without any penalties. As we move towards the penultimate lap in this Grand Prix, 13 drivers remain in this race. And it is NVK Nipper that is your leader by 1.2 seconds to Cherry. Louis moves up into third. Solar down the inside on Sem and makes his way into fifth place. Lunar Eclipse having a bit of moment through turn one, as that is Solar once again with a moment. And has drifted through the S's. Solar now looking to get back on tabs with Lunar Eclipse. Solar is falling apart in this race. Should still be taking fourth with the time penalties of everyone else. But it is definitely not Solar's finest day. It's going to be Louis that takes the final podium position as we move on then to the final lap of this race. And it's the Ferrari man that is going to come out on top. Kept it clean without the penalties. And ultimately is going to look to take victory here in Interlagos. It's been a chaotic race. We've had what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 retirements in this Grand Prix. I believe 2 of them being disqualifications. But Nipper has stood tall through the chaos. And the Ferrari driver looking for victory. Surely there is nothing that can stop him now. As towards the final corner we go with the Ferrari. Brazil, not usually Ferrari's happy hunting grounds, it must be said. But Nipper is going to change that today in MOR Esports as Nipper crosses the line to win the Brazilian Grand Prix. And he made that look completely effortless. Cherry finishes in second place. It's Louis that will finish in third. Solar does finish in fourth, but definitely a subpar performance from the Aston Martin driver. Ollie finishes in fifth. It's Sem that finishes in sixth with Luna in seventh. Wood Butcher is eighth with Kian in ninth. TG Rob is 10th. Macho Wings will come home for 11th place. Well, no, we'll finish 10th with TG Rob's penalty. Stu will finish in 12th with Soppel in 13th. Error, Cam Ruddy, Not Brownie, Ahmed Saka, Emmanuel, Alcada, Zessi and Greco all failing to reach the flag in this race. For Nipper, it is dreamland in Brazil. As I said when he crossed the line, he made it look effortless. And sometimes they are the best Grand Prix victories. Thank you very much for tuning in with me this afternoon to the Brazilian Grand Prix. I'll be back with you in about 40 minutes live on this TikTok and Twitch channel. So make sure, if you're not following already, you do follow down below MOR Esports, the biggest growing league in F1 League Racing at the moment. My name's been Jack. I've been your commentator. A pleasure to bring you the action. Until I see you, take care and ta-da.